Let me see. Doug had a question, I think. How did you pop it into the arrangement window? Oh, I've done that so many times that I probably forgot to show you. So, if you want to pop something up into the tracks area, you can either go to options and choose, where do they put it now? Create tracks for selected channel strips. Or Control T. That, my friends, is a very good thing. It's a wonderful thing. And if I have time, I'd like to talk to you a little bit more about what's so good about putting those in the tracks area. One thing that is kind of problematic is that I think my virtual mixer here, yeah, I think these may be in mono. Yeah, they are. I should have thought about that. Make sure that it changed for all of them when I did that. Nope. So something to think about if you're creating plugins on a blank instrument. The default of blank instruments in Logic is that they're mono. So what you might do, and this is the very first thing that we worked on, is you might create a stereo instrument, pop the virtual mixer on, or whatever your stereo effect happens to be, then take the instrument off, and then save it as a patch. That way it'll stay stereo. Okay. Yes, if you assign any automation mode on an auxiliary, that will also automatically pop it up into this area. One thing that's maybe good for you to know so you don't tear your hair out, if you go to stereo out and you change it to read, and then say, oh, I don't want to actually have it read, I have the power off. And you're like, okay, I need to get rid of this. I don't want it in my tracks area. Uh-oh. Selected tracks are protected and can't be changed. Well, that's weird. If I go to my orc verb and hit delete, it's fine. So what the heck's up with my stereo out? Well, there are a couple of things up with your stereo out. A, you can't delete it once it's in the tracks area. And B, you can't move it. Very strange. I've actually talked to the Apple guys about it. But just in case this happens to you, just realize that you're not crazy. Yeah, you can hide it, but I mean, you know, it's not exactly the same. So to hide it, like Jay was suggesting, you hit H to turn the hide mode on, click the H, and then hit H again on your QWERTY keyboard. So QWERTY keyboard H makes it available. Touch the H, hit H again, and you're good. Personally, I think that they still need to make it so you can take this out of there if you want. VCAs for track groups. Yes, I will talk about that because that's going to relate to what I talk about with folder stacks, and that's going to have to do with is my stream still live? Yes, okay, good. Sorry, I freaked out. I looked over at my browser and it said that my stream had ended. So you all are still here and you can see me, right? Okay. So up here I'm going to choose, this is my collection of stuff. Not here. You can't see anything, Doug? Oh, okay, no, you're saying that it's okay there. So, in this sum, I'm going to call this EW orc big stuff, just to be funny. Go to my icon and choose my little string family. Oh, they're so cute. And what's kind of neat about a track stack is that you can play this entire, you can play all these instruments at once now. So that's pretty neat. The other thing you can do is you could attenuate these tracks slightly, except for the reverb. You can pull them back a little bit. And I think that that's really neat that you can do these sort of quick groups in the tracks area. You hold shift, you can attenuate all of them at the same time, so they don't hit the output bus quite so hard. Jay. So, you know, if you need to do some rough blocking or something like that, you know, you could have fun with that. So now to save it as a patch, you open up your library, hit save, and under orchestral, how did I create that folder? Well, you can just come over here and create a new folder if you wish. And that's where you would start. The folder structure that you choose is actually going to be really important for how you keep your stuff organized. And I'm actually in a little bit of a different user than I use for doing my composition, so I don't have all of the patches available that I normally have. But I'll go to orchestral and I'll choose EW Orc Big Stuff and hit save. And now I'll choose a software instrument, and if I go to my patch library and go to orchestral, user patches, orchestral, big stuff, there it is. Boom. Sweet. And as you see, it brought in the auxiliary. It's going to intelligently change the buses so that the so even if you have something on bus 2 already, it'll automatically move the buses up so that this orc verb will work within the patch correctly.